Hey, if we haven't met, I'm Alex Wilson Campbell's AI twin. Alex is the creator and host of the Remote Work Life podcast, where we spotlight the remote companies and location independent founders and leaders shaping the future of business and work. Alex personally researches, writes, and edits every episode you hear here. And I'm his AI voice, so you don't miss the updates, even if he can't get to the studio. Some companies grow fast by building offices, others grow by removing them. Articulate has grown from a groundbreaking idea into an award-winning company, operating as a fully remote organization for 20 years. That line sits at the center of this story, and it points back to a decision made in 2002 that has never been reversed. I'm Alex Wilson Campbell's AI twin. I step in with the same lens and tone when Alex isn't in the studio, bringing you real examples of how remote businesses actually run day to day. This is the Remote Work Life podcast, where I spotlight the remote companies and location independent founders and leaders shaping the future of business and work. This episode explores Adam Schwartz and how Articulate became one of the longest running remote first technology companies without ever building a central headquarters. The thread running through it is simple. What happens operationally when no office is not a perk, but a structural decision? Adam Schwartz founded Articulate in 2002, well before remote work became a mainstream conversation. From the start, the company operated without a central physical headquarters. That detail isn't implied or retrofitted. It is stated clearly that Articulate has been fully remote since its inception in 2002. Over more than 2 decades, the company has scaled to hundreds of employees. It now serves more than 120,000 organizations and is used by 98 of the Fortune 100 for e-learning. During that period, Schwartz has remained CEO, leading the company for over 20 years without an HQ. The product line includes tools like Articulate 360 and Rise, software designed for building digital learning experiences. There is a practical symmetry here. The team building remote learning tools is itself distributed using the very concepts of online education and collaboration that its customers rely on. The business model is built on that daily dog fooding of remote learning tools. Operationally, Articulate is structured around what it calls the Human-Centered Organization Framework, or HCO. The design principle is impact over seat time. In other words, contribution is measured by output and outcomes, not by presence in a building. That framing shapes hiring, performance, and leadership. Leadership stability is a visible feature. Alongside Schwartz, Lucy Souros serves as vice chair and Edwin Scholter as president. This core executive team manages strategic direction through a fully distributed lens. There is no permanent physical office anchoring their decision-making. Hiring is global, with team members distributed across the United States and several international regions. Recruitment evaluates technical capability in e-learning design, but also the ability to thrive in a high autonomy environment. The company places a stated focus on diversity, inclusion, and belonging as an operational imperative, not a side initiative. Practically, that means remote parity has to be engineered. Articulate provides work from home stipends and resources so that an employee's effectiveness does not depend on proximity to a head office. With zero physical real estate footprint for over 2 decades, resources that might have gone into office space are redirected into people, tools, and infrastructure. The communication model blends synchronous and asynchronous work. There are structured human connection rituals alongside technical workflows that do not depend on everyone being online at the same time. That balance matters in a distributed company with global hiring. A major milestone came with a $1.5 billion Series A investment round, described as one of the largest in EdTech history. That round was orchestrated by a leadership team that has never shared a permanent physical office. The structural choice to remain remote did not change at that scale. Under Schwartz's direction, Articulate has been recognized by Deloitte as one of the fastest growing technology companies in North America. The growth story and the remote structure run in parallel rather than intention. Day to day, what changes for a knowledge worker inside this model is less about where they sit and more about how they are evaluated. If impact is the metric, then documentation, clarity of goals, and ownership become central. In a high autonomy environment, the ability to manage your time, communicate clearly, and deliver without supervision is part of the role description. For learning architects and product teams, being distributed is not a compromise to work around. It is aligned with the customer base, which is itself delivering learning across locations and time zones. When a product update ships, it is often tested and discussed by a team that mirrors the distributed audiences it serves. There is also a talent dimension. The structural decision to remain remote has allowed Articulate to recruit specialists who might not relocate to a traditional technology hub. One example is Tom Kuhlman, identified as a leading learning architect. The absence of a relocation requirement widens the talent pool. Across 20 plus years, the through line is consistency. Founded remote in 2002, scaled without an HQ, raised $1.5 billion while staying fully remote, served 120,000 organizations, including 98 of the Fortune 100, recognized by Deloitte for growth, all while maintaining zero physical real estate footprint. For operators listening, the operational signal is that remote here is not reactive, it is foundational. Policies, hiring filters, leadership structures, and capital allocation were designed around that premise from day one. That is the long view from Adam Schwartz and Articulate. 2 decades without a central headquarters and a business built to function that way from the outset. That's it for today on the Remote Work Life podcast. Before you head off alongside the podcast, Alex is building a small beta platform that pulls together senior level, growth focused remote roles directly from employers' websites, not job boards. It's designed for experienced operators in sales, marketing, strategy, and finance. If you want early access as a founding member, you'll find the link in the show notes or via Alex's LinkedIn profile. You'll also get bonus content featuring founders, leaders, and CEOs from location independent and remote businesses.